Welcome back to the Jack Sparrow channel. I am, of course, Jack, and you get a 2 for today, so yay for you. And today we're just going to talk about the situation. And I've been watching all this stuff unfold on Twitter, and I've seen some response videos, reaction videos, Eric July Young Rippos video, Jeremy's official response on Geeks and Gamers, and then I followed, the other stuff on Twitter as well, including Doomcock's response to the situation. And what I take away from all this is that there is merit in all these three perspectives. On the one hand, Jeremy at Geeks and Gamers would have you think that, this is just some PR. Oh, and I watched the Quarterings video about it too, with the legalese and this, that, and the third. WB made him say that, and so he said it, and he was trying to get through as fast as he could so he could concentrate on the movie. But I don't fully buy that. Honestly, I don't. And the reason is that he did look legitimately uncomfortable. He did look. The guy is a director, has to deal with people all the time, has to do interviews all the time. All this stuff. The guy was water. The guy was very obviously a not comfortable talking, and it was a very awkward situation, a very awkward thing. Doing a bit of, that's a piece of crap car. Doing a bit of legalese at the beginning of something's not that big a deal, and especially if it's something that should have been handled, like the logo thing. Okay, fine. The logo thing, I can give him that, okay? Could have handled it a little bit differently, and then it just looked awkward, looked uncomfortable. It just didn't feel, there was something off about how it was delivered. And regardless if it's something he's made to do or not, he's supposed to be, he should be a lot more eloquent than that, at his level and doing what he does for a living. In terms of literally no gap in between what they're saying and just going and saying there's no time for hate, and going right into this nonsense of immediately saying something about the Bang Bang situation yesterday. Why was that even necessary? Are you there for that? Was that a self-termination event? Which would have, it wasn't relevant to the situation, which is what made that statement awkward. So I could kind of get the legalese thing, what the Jeremys are saying. Okay, fine. But I also very much fall in line with what Young Ripa says. And Ripa, he's right, because, it was it was an awkward statement, regardless of how you cut it up. It was an awkward statement, an awkward moment, and should have been addressed in some way, shape, or form. Be like, wait, what? Are you trying to say X? Or are you trying to say Y? Where does this statement come from? It was just very out of place and peculiar. So I find it to be insulting the way it was delivered. The whole little kit and caboodle was delivered. He didn't stay for all that long and bounced, right? And he didn't look comfortable the whole time. He looked really awkward and out of place, like he didn't really want to be there. And if that's the case, he shouldn't have been there. It's not respectful to the people that are there. Like what Ripa says, he never once thanks them for their work. He never once thanks them for raising 60,000 at that point. He never once acknowledges the team in any way other than to say, I disavow myself from you. I don't want anything, I am not associated with you or affiliated with you in any way, shape, or form from my perspective. And he said that, my perspective. He said that. You can't, talk your way out of that paper bag, unfortunately. So, yeah, I can kind of see, one aspect of that. But I very much fall in line with what Ripa says. That's what I got out of it, too. That's what I got out of it, too. And, Ripa's got a lot of experience, as does EVS, in this type of, situation, I guess you could say. And as for Doomcock, who I respect greatly, the one thing I kind of found, like, okay, so, he doesn't want people to cancel, right? He's saying, oh, so we're canceling, do cancel culture. No, it's not really that. I think it's splitting hairs. The thing is the whole concept, if with no respect, we reject. Well, the Snyder Cut is called the Snyder Cut for a reason. Yes, WB authorized it to be released. Yes. But the Snyder Cut is Snyder's vision and his baby, right? This is his project. It's very much his. And so, yes, the Snyder himself wanted the Snyder Cut released too. So WB didn't really listen to us, right? Who are they going to listen to? It's like blood and water, right? You're going to listen to blood over water, which means that you're going to listen to your own kin over like a friend or something, right? Something of that nature. Now, you have Snyder and the actors and stuff like that, or some of these people wanting it released too. So who do you think at WB is really going to listen to first before they listen to fans? They've already shown that they don't give a crap about fans. They've already shown that they just giving a middle finger to fans, calling them bots and everything else. They don't care about your voice. They don't care about your opinions. They have already shown this. So who do you think they're really listening to when they release a Snyder Cut? They listen to Snyder and other people, associated with the project. Not the people, not the fans. So there's that. So with no respect, we reject. All means that Zack Snyder disrespected us. It's his project. Regardless of how it was allowed to come to fruition, it was his project. That was his project. So by rejecting his project due to his disrespect, that's fine. I don't really see it as a cancel culture. It's like, so like, like what Doomcock says, we should be happy that WB released this thing and thank them for that, right? And because that'll show that they'll listen to us in the future. But when a guy kicks you in the teeth, knocks you down on the ground, takes a poo-poo on your face, and then hands you a $20 bill, should we thank him for the $20 bill? Think about it. They abuse us all the time. They abuse us in this situation. He's a representative of WB and Hollywood at that point. And he also disrespects. And so, why would you allow someone to kick you in the teeth, knock you down, poop on your face, and then, they hand you a $20 bill and you're supposed to be okay with it? You're supposed to say, thank you, sir. Thanks for the 20. Don't worry, I'll clean the poop off myself. That's where I differ. That's where I disagree with Doomcock on this, frankly. They give you a little pittance, and they expect you to shut up, sit down, be happy with what you got. But guess what? You can't be associated with this or anything like that. So that's where I disagree with. Me personally, I don't like. I liked the 300. It was an entertaining movie, but that's it. I could barely get through his Superman movie. It was dull. It was bleak. It was kind of. I didn't like it. Superman's character was kind of a whiner. I didn't like the characterization of Superman. I didn't like the bleak atmosphere. It just didn't do it for me. Same with Batman versus Superman. I only watched that movie just to watch Superman, or Batman kick Superman's ass in the armor suit. Aside from that, I hated that movie too. It was garbage, especially the end. And I did not watch the original Justice League, the Joss Whedon version. Didn't do that because by that point, I wasn't interested in the DC stuff. I didn't like the characterization of any. I didn't like it, so I wasn't invested in it. And yeah, I heard that they were going to do I was slightly curious of what the Zack Snyder cut would bring to the table versus the Joss Whedon chip chop version of it. And I kind of understand where you take, Jeremy Johns has a good way of putting it on. You're taking a 4-hour movie and cutting it down to 2 hours and you're chip chopping it up. Yeah, I get that. That makes sense. All right. However, it just didn't really do anything for me anyway. And so I wasn't interested in watching that either. Now, moving forward to current day, where you got this, I didn't want to really watch that. I wasn't interested in watching it. I wasn't likely to watch it. I'm not going to pay HBO any money to watch this. It's just not my thing. Batman's my favorite superhero, but it's such a dumpster fire of, the whole thing surrounding it's such a dumpster fire. So it basically, I'm not saying like cancel. If you want to watch the movie, you should watch the movie if that's what you want to do. Who cares? Don't let someone else tell you what to do. But I will say, with no respect, we reject. If that's really the calling, if Zack Snyder, if it's indeed, you gotta separate, again, Doomcock, you gotta separate the artist from the art. WB is the peddler of said art, right? They disrespect all the time. They hand you one little pittance while kicking you in the teeth. And you take it? Or where do you stop? I don't know. I don't know what's the right answer on this kind of stuff. I'm not a really big fan I'm not a fan of cancel culture, but I am a fan of voting with my wallet. If he being a representative at that moment of WB, he being Zach, I don't really want to, if that's how he's going to treat fans and that's how he's going to be, act, I don't really think I want to watch any more of his future projects. And, I probably wouldn't want to watch this current one if I was so interested, just because I'd be turned off by his attitude. That's just me. And if you watch it and you like it, good for you. That's fine and dandy. Good for you. Do what you got to do. Anyway, that's all I have. A little bit rambly, but yeah, it's a freaking daggone mess, man. It's a freaking daggone mess. And of course, my allergies are out of control today. I tell you, Arizona, man, it's like 50 degrees one day, 80 degrees the next day, and you're somehow supposed to have like no allergy issues. It's ridiculous. This weather here has been bunk. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Like the video, subscribe if you want to see more of me, well, I guess not complaining, but more pondering and philosophizing or something. Philosophizing. I'm saying it wrong on purpose, by the way. I'm not that bad at English. You know how it goes. Anyway, I'll see you later.